So I am going to, the idea here for this presentation was to talk about water, then talk about fire, and then we're going to talk about water again. So we're going to shift gears and to managing all my parts here. In your hands, okay, again, if anybody needs a book, please raise your hand. So everybody has one. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of a Mr. Rogers here. I always wanted to say that, actually, into a microphone. And sit down. This is kind of like story time, circle story time at the library. Right, Pamela? Is that? So I want you to take your book, put it on your lap or put it on the table in front of you. And first thing I would like to say is thank you to my daughter, Grace, who's my co-author on this book, and to Drew Beckmeyer, who did the illustrations. It's really, really some fine work. And I wish Grace was here with us today because it's kind of a special moment. This book came out just a few weeks ago, and it's called Dear Wild Child, and it's based on a letter that I wrote to Grace the day after our home burned, our house burned. And she had left for college the day before to start her freshman year at Syracuse, New York. So she's as far away from our home as she could get without leaving the country. And so let's go to page 1, the big white open space. So the title is Dear Wild Child, and it's sort of presented as the opening, the salutation of a letter. Okay. Dear Wild Child. Turn the page. We built your house around you when you were still growing inside your mother, in the shade of ancient redwood trees by a creek not far from the ocean. We built your house stout and soulful to protect and raise you to be strong and healthy. Hardwood and stone, heavy truss and steel bolt, knob and switch. We never locked it. We didn't have to. It never really belonged to us. In fact, I never knew where the keys were for 20-something years. I had no idea where the keys were. That's how unlocked the house remained. We filled it with books, guitars, a piano. There's a piano from my great-grandmother. Seashells, feathers, and animals, lots of animals, and memories. You learning to walk, the wide, worn Douglas fir floorboards holding you up, loving voices singing sweet lullabies, the wind singing through the canyon, the trees and the chimney, the fireplace crackling and warming us as we slept, collecting eggs and cooking pancakes at dawn, you growing taller and stronger like a little sapling. In our canyon, you discovered salamanders, swimming holes, fairy houses, buckets full of plums, heart-shaped rocks, crawdads, bright stars, and owl calls. Your home grew brighter and wilder with people, great parties, friends' weddings, holiday gatherings, and sleepovers. Hundreds of visitors, beautiful music, delicious dinners, and rich, deep conversations. I'd hoped this house would be yours someday. Your home in the redwoods by a creek not far from the ocean was as old as you were. It stood strong through droughts, floods, and earthquakes. You were there for it all. Last night, the wildest, most beautiful lightning storm I've ever seen blew across the ocean and through our canyon. The lightning ignited a wildfire. The unstoppable flames roared over the ridges and climbed the tall trees. The fire took back your house. I wish I could have protected it, but I couldn't, and I didn't. All that remains standing is the ledgestone chimney that still sings with the wind through the trees. Your house served its original purpose. You are healthy and strong because of your home. It grew you. You are made of hardwood and stone, bright stars, and the wind's song. You are made of plums, Mill Creek water, and Pacific salmon. You are made of sea salt, piano keys, and mountain lion screams. Your house might be gone, but you will carry your home with you wherever you go. You are my wild child. Love, Dad.